Hey everybody, it's me Megan, and this video is going to be an updated eyebrow tutorial. So I just wanted to add in also before I get started, these brows that you see right now compared to the other one, this brow is definitely when I have a full face of makeup on. This isn't something that I do every day. I do have another version of how I do my brows that I will be doing a tutorial on, so please hit a thumbs up if you want to see the lighter version of this, a more softer look. But this is when I want like real full face makeup, very high glam. You know, I guess this could be my get glammed up brow, but I just wanted to let you guys know that this is not my everyday brow. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. First off, okay? My eyebrows have been arched, you know, just a little tweezing. So what I'm gonna take first is a spoolie, and I'm just gonna go ahead and brush them into place a little bit. So the very first thing I'm going to use is a brow pencil, and the brow pencil that I'm going to be using is by WetnWild, and it's the Color Icon brow pencil, and I'm using a dark brown. I'm not using a black, I'm not using, you know, any other color, but I'm using a dark brown. I got this pencil from my local Walgreens. You can get this at any, you know, drugstore, CVS, Rite Aid, Walgreens, places like that. So 99¢. You can use whatever products you personally own as well. You do not have to use the same exact things that I use. You can get a similar or the same look using whatever products that you have. So I just wanted to put that out there as well. So I have a pencil first, and this pencil has wax in it, so this really helps keep my brow hairs in place as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you how I'm gonna go ahead and take light strokes and sketch in my brows. And you want to use really light strokes because you don't want to draw it in too hard and make your eyebrows look like some Cookie Monster Drake eyebrows. Shout out to Drake, no offense, but you know, we don't want that look. I can't talk during this part, so you're just gonna have to watch, sorry. So now that I have the line drawn how I want it to, I'm gonna just extend my tail just a little bit like that. I'm just gonna go ahead and lightly stroke in some color in my brows to create a larger shape. I like my brows to be quite large. I don't know if I'll call it large, but more of a full look, just because I feel like it frames my face better. And that's just my preference. Everyone's gonna have their own preference on how they wish to have their eyebrows look, but this is just what I like and have liked forever. So what I'm gonna do now right here, I'm gonna extend or heighten the top part to create a higher looking arch. So I take it like this and draw out a little bit like that, and then take it down. And you may be looking like, that is ugly, but this is just the process. This is not the end result. So you notice I didn't fill in this part yet. This is going to stay open. I do not want to draw a box. That's what I don't want to do. I want to have a gradient effect like that, so leave this open. So now that we have that kind of filled in and it looks crazy, I'm going to go ahead and take my spoolie, and I'm just going to go ahead and start to blend in the color like this, and just all over the brow, because this helps make it look less harsh. The next thing I'm going to use is to just to soften up the look a little bit, is to put some eyeshadow on top of it, and this color is by MAC, and this is Expresso. The reason why I'm putting a shadow on top of the pencil is because if you were to just leave this pencil on here like this with this particular brand that I'm using, it tends to shine up and look kind of greasy over the day, or you know, however many hours you're wearing your brows. So the purpose of the shadow is to just help it last longer and just helps soften up the look. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this with an angled brush like this. I got this from eBay like 5 years ago, so I can't really say where I got this from, but you can get or use whatever brush you have. I always start from the middle. Again, I don't start from the beginning. I always start from the middle and just, you know, fill it in. Just in light strokes. This part I'm not really filling in for the shape. I'm just filling in for the color, because like I said again, the concealer is really what creates the shape of the brow and the sharpness that we like and what that I like. So this is just what I like to do. Now this is the part where we're going to pay attention to the inner part. I like to bring my brows a little in towards my nose, and I'm using the same brush. Now what I did was I wiped off my brush on a clean, you know, paper towel or your makeup rag, whatever you have, because you want to get rid of the product on here. So what I'm going to do now, because there's already product there, I'm just going to kind of like sweep in my brows. See how you can kind of see that little light gradient happening? Now we're just kind of like blending that out. It's already product there, but this is how you create that gradient effect, like that. So you definitely don't want to put product on there, because girl, you will be looking like what? Like we playing what's that game called? I forgot the name of the game. But that, you're gonna be looking crazy. You do not want to put a box up in here, okay? Do not do that to yourself. We don't need that. So yeah, you just want to just blend and, you know, sketch in. This is what I do. So just sketch in everything. This is just blending and all of that. So we got that. I also like to bring the brow down a little bit, and this just helps create a higher looking arch, even though your arch isn't that high. The lower you bring this, the higher this arch will look. So that's a trick also. If you wish to have a high looking arch but don't really want to arch your eyebrows that much, just bring the color down more towards your nose like this. So if you feel like you need to just go back in and just blend out anything just to make sure you don't have box eyebrows, you just go back and just, you know, blend in this part just a little bit, just to create that gradient that we want. So now what we're gonna do is the most funnest part of it all. We're gonna clean up the brow to create kind of like a fresh arched look. So what I like to do is I'm gonna go on with my foundation, and this is MAC Studio Fix. What is this? Studio Fix Fluid in NC50. That's my foundation color, and I'm going to take a concealer brush. This is a synthetic haired concealer brush by Studio Tools, I believe. So I'm just gonna go in the cap. There's some foundation in there. I'm just gonna put a little dot on my brush and then just dab it on the back of my hand a little bit, because I don't want it like too much product. And I am just going to start with the top, and the reason why I'm using my foundation color is because I don't want to use a light colored concealer on top of here, because then you have that kind of ghostly look around your eyebrows looking crazy. Believe me, it's happened to me a lot of times in pictures, and it's ugly. You don't want that. So I know I'm gonna get this question: do I do my eyebrows after my foundation? Yes, I do. It's just my preference. I know some people are going to be like, well, why don't you do your eyebrows first, then your foundation? Because I don't want to. That's why. So I'm using my foundation. I'm just going to take it to the top of that brow like this. I'm not going to talk because I can't. So we have that on now. The top is cleaned up. So now we're gonna do under the brow to clean up and make that high arch look. I'm using my NC45 Studio Finish concealer. You can use whatever concealer you wish. And this is the tone that I like to use. I don't like to go too bright with underneath here, but this creates just enough highlight for my skin tone that I like. and I just like using this product, and I've been using this for years on my brows. So I'm using the same brush, and I'm just gonna put it on, you know, the brush. I got this brush from Target like over 5 years ago. I don't even know if they still sell this there. So I got that there. I know I was gonna get asked about that. So what we're gonna do is I start at the highest point of my brow and just create that arch there. So it's really slow strokes. And then take that like that. And it's okay if you kind of mess up a little bit. We can always go back and fix whatever we need to fix. And I'll show you how I do that. So I just take little small strokes and create my arch. And you notice when I start going in towards my nose, I'm not using a lot of force or a lot of product towards the inner part of my eyes. I just find that I don't need to use that much right there. I just need to clean it up to create that clean look like that. So now I'm just going to take whatever I have still left in my high arch area. Messed that up a little bit. I gotta go back and fix that. And just blend it down. Pretty much it. And if you notice that your tail kind of disappeared and you want your tail to be a little longer like the other side, you can go ahead and take your brush that you used. Do not add any more product. You can just pull it down a little bit. See? And that fixes that. And now we are pretty much done. The last part that I like to use is just to do a final brush through of my brows. I'm going to be using my Shani Cosmetics No. 2 brow brush, and I'm just going to really make sure this is blended. This is like the most important part. So you won't have them box brows. So you just blend this out real good and just brush the hair. So this is them all done. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. All of the products that I used and mentioned will be down in the description below. If you guys do have any questions, feel free to comment about those as well. And I will put my beginner's eyebrow tutorial that I did a while back if you want to achieve a very symmetrical look or somewhat of a symmetrical look to help you figure out what kind of arch you want to do and where to, you know, place certain things. So that will be down in the description as well. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.